Do you know how frustrating it is to work on your lashes for 20 minutes on this guy and then this guy goes on seamlessly? Frustrating! And welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for your patient 1 month wait. It's been a lot. Very boring, long story short. My phone kind of had a quarter life crisis, midlife crisis, whatever you want to call it, and deleted all of my videos that I had recorded for you guys. I am in the process of re-recording and getting the content back to you guys so that you guys have content to watch. I asked in one of my TikTok lives what you guys wanted to see, and an overwhelming response of people wanted to see an Ariel makeup tutorial, which is interesting because I've never done an Ariel TikTok, but I have been a character performer for 6 years, so I know Ariel's makeup super well, and I got booked for a Ariel personalized video, so I have to actually get into Ariel, so I figured I would show you guys the process. Before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you know when I post new videos, and don't forget to like this video. Alright guys, let's get started. So typically I actually use my Tula skincare primer that I'm pretty sure I showed in my last makeup tutorial, but fun fact, it's like completely out right now. I just ordered some stuff and hopefully it will be here soon, so I can't use that, but I have a great second option, and it's actually more within all of your price range. So what I will be using today is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is the stuff that everybody raves about. So let's just dive right in. I should note that I also already have mascara on today, but that actually will help us here in the future. Okay, because we are doing a professional video, I want to make sure that all of my blemishes are covered up. So I'm actually going to do full foundation, which I haven't done in like probably 6 months at this point. Thank you, quarantine. Today I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Liquid Foundation. This stuff is incredible, guys. If you want a full coverage, I am using shade 2.5. I'm not even sure that this is going to match my face because I literally haven't used it since March. So I'm not even sure this is my color anymore. Let's find out. I usually just put a little bit on my wrist, and we'll find out. I always find it interesting on makeup tutorials where people start their foundation. I've always started on my chin because I've always been super insecure about the acne on my chin. That's where I always break out. So I've always been super insecure about that. But it's interesting, some people start on their noses, some people start on their foreheads. I just find it's just such an interesting thing. This is actually a pretty good dupe, or not dupe. This is actually a really good color. Holy cow. Concealer, this is the stuff I used last type, Tarte Shape Tape Contour Crease Concealer. This stuff's the best. Y'all already know about this. Do you hate when you get a hair in your makeup brush and then you're like tickling your own face with it? Next, I'm just going to take a little bit of my Airspun powder and just lightly go underneath my eyes to kind of set it. And I also, not just underneath my eyes, that was a lie. I kind of go all over my face, but I honestly just take a little bit of this. Like I said in my last video, I'm not a fan of baking. Now that we have our foundation set, we are going to move on to contouring the face. So for contouring, I'm going to use, in the face, I'm actually going to use a Ben Nye color. This is the Ben Nye color Cork. It's these two brown shades are the exact same, but it's kind of a cool undertone, and when you're contouring you want to do cool undertones. And Ariel is not bronze at all. Ariel has very porcelain skin. She's been under the water. She's not tan, and so you don't want to necessarily look tan. You just want to look like you have a little bit more of a contour. Now Ariel does have very round cheeks, so you're only going to do this a tiny bit. So I literally only go, I don't even know if you guys can see that much, and it looks much darker on here because there's a shadow, on this side because my light's not actually pulled over here, but you can see on this side, that's literally as much as I do. That is it. That and blend that out. That is it. Just enough to look like I have cheekbones. And then I'm gonna take my big fluffy brush and just blend that out just a smidge. And that is it, guys, for Ariel's like cheek contour. All know Ariel has this tiny nose, so I am going to contour my nose down just a smidgen. She doesn't necessarily have a button nose, but she does have more of a narrow nose. So I am going to take my brush, same concept as my last video, putting the powder on one side and using the other side on my nose so that I can have a little bit more control of how much powder I'm putting on my face. Now with any nude color that you want, I'm using, oh my god, there's so much hair in here. Now I'm using my Park Avenue Princess contouring palette and I'm using the shade Halo, and I am just gonna go out and literally buff it out so that it's not too harsh. Definitely did a better job on this side than I did on this side, but it's fine. Well, let's move on to blush now. Ariel's blush is going to be focused here on the apples of her cheeks, and she's going to use a coral color. This is the coral that I'm using right here. Now for the fun part, eyeshadow. So what I'm going to do first is with my Park Avenue Princess contour palette, I'm going to take the color Enhance, and I'm just going to go with a big fluffy brush over my brow bone just like this to kind of highlight it. That same color that I contoured with a little bit earlier, this cork color, I'm going to go in and do a nice rounded crease with that color. Now this makeup I am doing is inspired by the Parks, and they don't do dramatic drag makeup. I have seen some companies do that, and that's just their preference. This is just as close to the Parks makeup as I can get because this is exactly what people wanted to see. Next, we're actually going to go in with this coral color that I used on my cheeks, and we're going to put it on our eyelids. I like to use a flat brush for this part just so I can get lots of pigment on there, but that's up to you. Typically when I do Ariel, I also have blue contacts in, but my blue contacts actually dried up. So I'm trying to revive them right now with some contact solution. Unfortunately, I don't know if they're gonna come back. So we're gonna use my natural green eyes today for Ariel, which is okay because sometimes my, my green eyes come off as blue. Now for the fun part, we're gonna use this fun yellow gold, and we're gonna put this on the inner crease of our eyes. A lot of people will actually lick their brush to try to get this gold on their eyes, but if you don't want to do that, you're completely fine. I don't blame you. You don't necessarily want to get to the inner corner with this gold, but you do want to create almost a sunset look. Once you've achieved that, and just make sure that you blend it out. There we go. Now this is something I don't see them do at the Parks, however, I'm going to do it because this is personally what I think Ariel would look like. I think Ariel has these really big eyes, so for me to get that big eye effect, I'm actually going to take some of this beautiful champagne highlighter Flexitarian by ColourPop, I think, and I'm just gonna add the tiniest bit of this to the inside corners of my eyes so that I can open them up just a little bit. Just like that. And that is it. Just those tiny little taps. That's all I'm going to do. I am also, because it's me, going to add the tiniest little tap on the tip of my nose because I love a good highlight on the tip of the nose. There we go. Beautiful. Ariel would have a little bit of shimmer to her. I like the tiniest bit. Like, I almost need to buff that out. It's almost too much. There you go. See? Beautiful. I'm actually going to move on to eyebrows before I do the eyeliner and mascara portion. Ariel's eyebrows are kind of controversial in the party princess community because a lot of party princesses think that they should be bright fire red orange. A lot of party princesses think that they should be brown. It honestly just depends on your preference. Personally, I like to use this raisin kind of color, almost this like burnt copper red for my Ariel eyebrows. And this is what I've been doing for the past couple of years. Honestly, it works with whatever's best with your wig. Ariel does have youthful eyebrows, so if you have pointier eyebrows, it might be best to round them out, which is what I have going on right here. Now that we have our eyebrows done, I am going to move on to eyeliner. Ariel does not have crazy eyeliner. She also has youthful eyes. So the point of your eyeliner should be to just open your eyes up just a little bit. I would suggest starting your eyeliner actually only halfway between your eye and then working your way out. And if you want to do the tiniest bit of a wing, that's your prerogative. Some people are very anti-wing on Ariel and some people absolutely love it. There we go. Now I'm lightly going to put on some eyeliner. Now I'm going in with just a little bit of mascara. Like I said, I already had a little bit of mascara on earlier today. And I did that because sometimes I just like my eyelashes to have just a little bit of a base before I do the rest of my makeup, because normally when I'm putting on false lashes, I don't like putting on false lashes when my eyelashes are like super wet. So this is just to darken them up again. As you guys know, I'm on my search for the best magnetic lashes, and I'm trying a pair right now. If they end up being the best ever, I will let you guys know, but I'm still trying them out. So right now I'm going over my eyeliner very, very roughly. Sometimes I can't tell if it's my eyeliner or if it's my actual eye, with some magnetic liner so that my lashes have something to stick to. Can we work together as a team today?
What Courtney would soon find out is that her lashes would not work as a team today.
They actually work together as a team.
This little one is always going to be the absolute death of me.
6.5 hours later.
Do you know how frustrating it is to work on your lashes for 20 minutes on this guy and then this guy goes on seamlessly? Frustrating. Okay, sorry for the detour. I'm sweating through my shirt right now because my lashes cause me so much stress. On to something I can control, yay! Which is lip liner. I'm using a nude lip liner to just line my lips. Well, it's more of like a nude pink, but you get it. Actually, if you watch the film, Ariel has actually doesn't have a Cupid's bow. So if you wanted to be super accurate, you could fill your Cupid's bow in like that, which is what I like to do. There we go. Now for our final and very last step, lipstick. I'm using just like a pinky neutral. Although Ariel in the film does have bright red lips, it does not translate very well in person. So we like to just do a nude pink. And here we go. This is the final look. Now it's time to get into costume. Here we go. Here is the in full Ariel. She was the first princess that I ever got to know, and I love her so, so, so much. From her big bangs to her beautiful gown. She's definitely my favorite classic princess. She's who I grew up with. However, my favorite princess of all time, as you guys know, is Rapunzel. But yeah, so that is how I transform perfectly into Ariel with makeup. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down there in the comments. And stay tuned for next week's video. I wonder who I'll be turning into next. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.